Paul Pogba is on the verge of joining Olympique Marseille, but in a shocking turn of events, FC Barcelona has jumped into the race. Could Barcelona pull off a last-minute swoop and change Pogba's destination? What's the sequence of the events? Stay tuned to find out. And we've got some exciting football news for you, so stick around until the end to catch all the latest updates. Welcome to Football Talks. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Praise and concerns. Yamal's impressive season continues amid rough tactics. Lamine Yamal's dazzling form continues to captivate both fans and critics alike, but his latest outing with Spain in the UEFA Nations League raised some concerns. In a tightly contested match against Denmark, La Roja secured a 1-0 victory thanks to a well-taken goal by Martin Zubimendi. However, the spotlight was firmly on 17-year-old Yamal, who once again found himself the target of rough treatment from the opposition. Denmark, clearly struggling to contain his flair, resorted to frequent fouling, with the youngster limping off at the end of the match. While concerns were raised in Catalonia over his condition, the Spanish Football Federation quickly reassured fans that there was no need for alarm. According to their reports, Yamal's discomfort isn't considered serious, and no medical tests are currently planned. Nevertheless, the sight of him hobbling after the game has sparked discussions, particularly with Barcelona's upcoming fixtures against Bayern Munich and Real Madrid looming large. Spain's head coach, Luis de la Fuente, addressed the rough tactics used against Yamal but downplayed the severity of the situation. In his post-match comments, he emphasized that this is simply part of the game, stating, "It's up to the referees to set the boundaries and young players like Lamine need to adapt." While his words might have been intended to ease concerns, they also highlighted the reality for prodigious talents like Yamal, who will continue to face physical tests as teams try to neutralize his impact on the pitch. De La Fuente's pre-match praise for Yamal was glowing, referring to the young winger as possessing a divine spark that sets him apart. And with 5 goals and 5 assists already this season under Hansi Flick at Barcelona, it's clear that the teenager is becoming indispensable for both club and country. His rapid rise has been nothing short of extraordinary, but the need to protect him from burnout is more pressing than ever. With Spain's next Nations League match against Serbia on the horizon, many expect Yamal to be rested. After a string of non-stop performances, the young star deserves a breather. For Spain and Barcelona alike, his long-term development must be handled with care, as he continues to face not just physical challenges on the field, but the weight of growing expectations. Shock twist. Pogba's Marseille deal in jeopardy as Barcelona eyes him. Olympique Marseille has reportedly held talks with representatives of Paul Pogba, sparking rumors about the French midfielder's future as he nears the end of his contract with Juventus. According to French media, Pogba is expected to part ways with the Turin-based club in the coming months. However, his current situation is complicated by a suspension from football following a failed doping test, which saw him banned from playing. Initially handed a 4-year suspension, this was later reduced to 18 months after a successful appeal. This reduction means that Pogba could return to training as early as January 2025 and potentially make a comeback to competitive football by March. The football world has been buzzing with speculation about where the World Cup-winning midfielder might land once he's free to play again. With his immense talent, despite the recent setbacks, it's no surprise that several top clubs are reportedly interested in securing his services for a dramatic return to the pitch. In a surprising twist, Spanish media have reported that FC Barcelona has entered the race to sign Pogba. It is said that Barcelona's sporting director, Deco, is a big fan of Pogba's abilities and has been lobbying both club president Joan Laporta and head coach Hansi Flick to make a move for the Frenchman. Laporta, always keen to add star power to the squad, is reportedly open to the idea and has given Deco the green light to try and swoop in, potentially stealing Pogba from Marseille's grasp. However, Hansi Flick is not fully convinced. The German tactician is believed to have some reservations about pursuing Pogba, mainly due to the player's lack of game time in recent years. Flick reportedly worries about Pogba's fitness and ability to regain his top form after such a long spell away from the game. With Barcelona's midfield already boasting talented players, Flick is confident that the team can cope, even with the current injury issues, without having to take a risk on a player whose fitness remains a question mark. Despite these concerns, Barcelona's interest in Pogba adds an intriguing element to the story of his eventual return. While Marseille seemed like the frontrunner to sign the French star, the allure of playing for a club like Barcelona could sway Pogba's decision. For now, it remains to be seen whether the Catalan Giants will make a formal bid, but one thing is certain: Paul Pogba's potential return to football in 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting transfer sagas in recent memory. According to Football Tolks, the potential signing of Paul Pogba by Barcelona is a gamble with high stakes. While Pogba's name still carries weight due to his past achievements, particularly as a World Cup winner, his recent absence from the game raises concerns. Hansi Flick's hesitancy is understandable. Barcelona's midfield is already rich with talent, and Pogba's fitness, after being out of competitive action for so long, remains a big question mark. It would be a bold move, but one that could either pay off spectacularly or leave the club wondering if they should have invested elsewhere. That said, Deco's enthusiasm for Pogba suggests the club sees an opportunity to add something different to their midfield. Pogba, at his best, offers a mix of creativity and physicality that few players can match. If he can recover and return to form, Barcelona might have a player who can elevate their squad in ways other signings can't. Whether Barcelona can hijack the deal from Marseille or not, Pogba's name alone makes this a saga worth watching in the transfer window. What do you guys think? Is Paul Pogba worth the risk for Barcelona, or should they focus on developing the talented midfielders they already have? Would you like to see Pogba make a comeback in La Liga, or do you think Marseille is the better fit for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Back in the game, Hansi Flick's plan for Barcelona's returning stars. Injuries have significantly impacted FC Barcelona's approach to this season, even with the arrival of Hansi Flick, a coach renowned for his focus on player fitness. Despite his dedication to building a physically resilient squad, the team has continued to grapple with injury issues. Fortunately, there's some good news on the horizon. Several key players are expected to return just in time for the next stretch of matches. After the international break, fans can look forward to the return of three vital midfielders. Gavi, who has spent nearly a year on the sidelines, is set to make his comeback alongside two exciting talents, Fermin Lopez and Dani Olmo, Barcelona's standout summer signing. Their returns could be a game-changer for the team, adding depth and dynamism to an already talented squad. As for Olmo, Barcelona is adopting a cautious approach to his reintegration. Given his pivotal role since joining the club, it's crucial for Hansi Flick and the coaching staff to manage his playing time carefully. According to reports from Mundo Deportivo, the plan is to ease him back into action gradually, with an initial target of around 30 minutes on the pitch against Sevilla. This method ensures he can contribute effectively while minimizing the risk of re-injury. Looking ahead, Barcelona's clash with Bayern Munich at Montjuic Stadium looms large. This match is not just another game. It's a crucial encounter in the UEFA Champions League that could have lasting implications for the team's campaign. If all goes well, Olmo could see his playing time increase to 45 minutes in this vital matchup, allowing him to regain match fitness while contributing to the team's success. Finally, after facing Bayern, Barcelona will travel to the iconic Santiago Bernabeu for an El Clasico against Real Madrid. While this match isn't a do-or-die scenario for the season, every El Clasico carries weight and the potential for bragging rights. With hopes high, there's optimism that Olmo could start in this high-stakes showdown, showcasing his skills in front of one of the world's most passionate footballing audiences. The excitement is palpable, and Barcelona fans are eager to see their team at full strength again. According to Football Tokes, the injury woes at FC Barcelona have been a double-edged sword this season. While it's clear that Hansi Flick has a formidable reputation for building physically robust teams, the challenges of keeping key players fit have overshadowed his initial impact. However, the impending returns of Gavi, Fermin Lopez, and Dani Olmo could significantly reshape Barcelona's midfield dynamics. With their creative flair and tactical intelligence, these players are not just returning, they're set to elevate the team's performance during a critical stretch of the season. The approach to reintegrating Olmo, in particular, demonstrates a shrewd strategy by the coaching staff, gradually increasing his playing time rather than throwing him into the deep end against formidable opponents like Bayern Munich and Real Madrid shows a clear understanding of player management. As Barcelona prepares for these high-stakes clashes, the anticipation among fans is palpable. If Flick can effectively utilize these returning talents, Barcelona may not only overcome their injury struggles but also emerge as a force to be reckoned with in La Liga and the Champions League. The upcoming matches could be pivotal, not just for results but for setting the tone for the remainder of the season. What are your thoughts on FC Barcelona's injury management this season? Do you believe Hansi Flick's cautious approach is the right strategy, or should the team take more risks to maximize their chances? Share your opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what your opinion. Tie your shoelaces and let's talk football again. See you soon.